Good. This is Marcus the Fingers, and this is episode 68 of the Syncrets To Success podcast here on YouTube. I'm also live on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, come on over to YouTube and watch this episode on YouTube. I'm talking about BMI Statement Day today while I'm trying to bounce out some stems. Kef Real, D Smith Beats, and it says one other. DJ Measy, thank you for tuning in. It's not letting me see all the names. Lori Geltman, thank you for tuning in. I am currently bouncing stems. Joshua B91, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, you can check in the description for a link to AI that I use to bounce stems in Logic Pro. If you are on Instagram, you can use just send the word bounce, and I'll send you information for the AI that I use to bounce stems in Logic. What's good, Joshua B91? So I'm in the middle of bouncing stems. I was at work earlier today, right? Today is BMI Statement Day. I didn't even know it was BMI Statement Day. I just stopped paying attention a while ago because it was never significant enough to start paying attention. And my wife sent me a message while I was at work. I do work full time. I say that all the time. And she was like, "You just got the largest deposit from BMI that you ever got." So today is the largest BMI statement I ever got. And for me, that has been validation of going down the sync journey. Just the 89, thank you for tuning in. It's been validation of going down this sync journey. And before I'm getting way into it, but this is an episode of the podcast. This episode is sponsored by ASTS. So you can watch the replay on YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram now, this will be episode 68 on YouTube of the Syncrets To Success podcast, sponsored by ASTS. Shout out to ASTS for providing great sounds for us music creators. BMI statement today was the largest I ever got, and it's significantly larger than the last one I got. And it's validation. I actually haven't looked at the statement yet. I was supposed to come look at the statement when I got home from work. And when I got home, I'm actually finishing up a project where two songs that I got placed on the album, they want the stems. So I'm bouncing the stems now. Again, comment the word bounce on Instagram, and I'll send you information. Or if you're on YouTube, check out the description for a link to the software I use to bounce stems in Logic Pro. It actually isn't really working in Logic Pro 11, so I don't think they've updated it yet. I'm on Logic Pro 11 now. I had to dive in. I did the update. The last episode, I think, of this podcast was me diving in and doing the update last night. But yeah, BMI. Shout out to BMI. Lori says, happened to me in my BMI. I got a notification from you. I got my royalties on yesterday, 2 days early. That's dope. I actually don't know when I got the royalties because I don't get the alert or notification. My wife just tells me in the bank account when it's in the bank account, and she was like, BMI. So yeah, that's crazy. P Music and Harvey Z 1969. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever's on YouTube, I can't see the chat on YouTube, but if you want to drop a chat, let me know. So yeah, it's validation of all this music I put out. Hundreds, literally over 500 tracks last year. It's out into the sync world, into the trailer world, music production space, and to start to see those residuals come back. Like I said, I'm sort of in that in between space of putting music out there, hundreds of tracks, thousands of tracks, as much as I can put out there, in the hopes of it coming back in some return. And I'm starting to see the sync residuals. So when I start hearing people who've been in the sync for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they're talking about the statements they're getting, it's crazy. I see that happening now, and I've been in this. I would say actively, definitely a year, but probably 2-3 years. I was getting placements on like BMF 3 years ago, I believe, and then wasn't really diving fully in. But last year, just went in with trailers and sync, and of course doing even more of it now to the level that I can do it. Joshua says I actually got my biggest statement to date as well. Pretty dope stuff. Yeah, so it's like sync is incredible, but it is a patience game. As a lot of us here, as we get into sync space, it's not an overnight success. You land a place. It can be, but very rarely does that happen where you get a placement. You just get into sync today and you get a 5-6 figure placement tomorrow. It can't happen. Don't think it can't happen. But the reality for most of us is that it is a long game. Pause for sync. So for me, it's like, okay, I got that off of however many hundreds of tracks. So what is it going to be like when I do have 1,000 tracks out there, or 5,000 or 10,000, if I ever get that high. So yeah. So you understand when you start seeing, okay, I got this for this many tracks. Now, people that's been in the field for 10, 20 years, they have, thousands of tracks out there. They get thousands of placements every year. And you start to see why. And if I had to guess on this statement, like I said, I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to do that probably tonight or tomorrow, so I can know what to start investing more time in as far as the music I need to create, what libraries I need to start submitting to or continue submitting to. But if I had to guess, I think it's one library in particular. And Alex Quasar, thank you for tuning in. Solo produced it. Thank you for tuning in. If I had to guess, I would think it's one library that I work with, because they told me around December that I got a bunch of placements. Basically, every episode of Catfish, they were like, I did an album for them last May, and they told me December that I got basically music on like across this whole season. So I have a feeling when I look at this statement, and I didn't, if it is this one, I thought the Catfish stuff wouldn't kick in until next week. So I need to check and see, or not next week, but next BMI statement, or like 1 or 2 statements from now. But if it's this one, then I know that's what it is. But if it's not, then it's some other stuff. So that's what I gotta dive in and see. DMV engineers, Truth Boy officially, Larry Nowlin, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, definitely ecstatic. That's a word I haven't used lately. Overjoyed by the statement, the BMI statement. Just being the most I've ever seen in a single BMI statement. So my wife, I think she's already tried to claim some of it, spent some of it, but just got to make more, right? So yeah, it's been a long journey. Los Lobos, thank you for tuning in. It's been a long journey, but a great journey. It's not over yet. Gio, what's going on, man? Gio just got that BMI statement today. For me personally, it's been the largest I've ever seen from BMI. So shout out to the libraries, shout out to the trailer libraries, the sync libraries that's been working, allowing me to work with them, work for them, and put the music out into the world. I have to, like I said, I have to look at the statements, but most of the placements that I get are from albums, not from pitching directly to briefs. So I do pitch a lot directly to briefs, but most of the placements are from doing like sync albums for libraries, like Underscore Tension or hip hop, and a lot of them are only instrumental. Some I do. If I do an instrumental album, I usually do a 10-track album for a library and then try to pitch it to the library. If I do one with vocals, I usually do 5-track vocal albums and try to send those to libraries. So yeah, it's mostly from the going to libraries, doing albums for libraries, and then those libraries are sending it out to their music supervisors and things like that. Gio says mine are absolutely reversed. Yeah, I know people that they're getting the briefs like every other day, which is insane. I know people that are getting these trailers like every month. Like if I can get to that point, when I get to that point, the game will be over. And then in addition to doing some of the other things, if you saw some of the videos from last week when I was working on that project out in LA. Yeah, Gio says direct mostly. Welcome to the club. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate it. When the BMI checks start getting bigger, you start seeing. I'll say this: I've never seen a comma in a BMI check, and this one didn't have 2 commas, but it had enough. So yeah, appreciate that. If you have any questions, drop me in the comments. I'm just trying to get past time so that I can get these this track stemmed out for another album that I got 2 tracks on. I had to make some edits tonight, and then I'll probably get to bed. And then I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Gio says mine are directly from supervisors and editors. Yeah, I am starting to build out that. I have a list of music supervisors from all these events that I host and put together. So but mostly trailer editors right now, not necessarily TV editors. I'm mostly sending the trailerized tracks to trailer editors. And some of them are messing with them, some of them aren't, but it is what it is. So, but music supervisors, I definitely have that. I have the plan for the music supervisors. I'm probably going to wait until June the 1st, maybe a couple weeks. From most of them are from the ones I had on at NAMM, at Sync Spotlight, and at Sync Music Success. And I just cracked the cheat code for LinkedIn, getting music supervisor emails from LinkedIn. I might share that in another episode. But yeah, so if you have any questions, drop me in the comments. And also follow Gio. He's one of the sync gurus in the sync space, one of the kings getting placements in sync like daily. Yeah, let me know, Gio. What is this? This is vocals. Currently, once I finish this, this is not what I wanted to do tonight, but one of the libraries I work with, they were like, "Yeah, we got to get these stems out tonight." And I had it already stemmed out for the previous version, but they had updates to make it more. When I was listening to it, I was like, I don't even know when I made these tracks. They weren't really sync tracks. They were more just songs. So they didn't have the big thing was they didn't have like the drop points. I was listening back to it. I was like, man, this is like a song. This is a syncable track. So I had to get in there, make some edits. Tiani and Zelo, X Elo, thank you for tuning in. And Tiani, I think that's family right there. Shout out to the family for tuning in. But yeah, shout out to BMI. People have asked if I were to join the PRO today, what would I join? I would join ASCAP. Mostly because it's free and you can join both as a writer and publisher. At least as of today, as of right now, you can join both of those for free. Even by the end of this week, when I have my daughter signed up, because she's been writing songs, so I want to get her in with ASCAP. And I know I've been trying to talk to. I know some executives over at BMI. I've been trying to talk to them. They've been it's been like off and on, get the communication. But I can like reach out to ASCAP and like they respond like right away. And I haven't tried to talk to people at CSAC, but yeah. So, but I'm with BMI as a writer and publisher. But I suggest people if you're not signed up with the PRO and you want to lock in with the PRO, ASCAP. I'm sure they're all good. I don't have experience with CSAC, but ASCAP as far as communication, as far as what they're doing for like workshops and for their creators. If I wasn't too lazy, I would probably consider switching. But yeah, I have way too many songs registered with BMI. And then I have to switch with all the libraries. So yeah, it's just at this point, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. But ASCAP is great. BMI can be great, make BMI great again. CSAC, I guess, can be great. And then every other country, for the most part, they only have one. I wish we had like just one. Can they all just get together? You know, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. There's some third party ones, like independent ones, also in the U.S. But it's like in these other countries, they only have one. Like you don't have analysis paralysis. So I'll do it this one, or I'll sign my publisher with this one, but I'll do my writer over here. You just get one. Lori says, is it because BMI went private recently? They used to not cost to sign up, and ASCAP did cost. So when I signed up with BMI, it didn't cost, you're right, as a writer, but it did cost for a publisher, and it was like $100, maybe $100, $150, something like that. So nothing too crazy. Nothing for what the potential of what we can be doing if you're handling your business right. $100, $200 to register, get things signed up correctly, to do things on the business side, that is worth the investment. For music that should be making us as music creators at minimum 5 figures a year, but the sky's the limit. So that's just a small investment for the business side. But Lori, yeah, they used to not cost. I don't know if you still have to pay for writer for BMI now, so don't quote me on that. I thought you did for now, but it might be because of the whole, they went private, they sold to a company, and yeah, all of that. Gio says ASCAP is great, but it's the same. Yo, what's going on, cuz? Yeah, that's family right there. So I gotta do unmastered stems. So this is the part I hate because, like I said, tonight I wanted to work on some more trailer stuff. But I've spent the last 2 hours doing stems. Again, if you use Logic Pro, comment the word bounce, and you can see plugin that I use to automate the bouncing process with stems. But it still takes time. It's just it's automatable, so I don't have to sit behind the computer and bounce each track one by one. But yeah, check that out. And then also tomorrow, what time is it? Yeah, 11:30. So tomorrow, Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then whatever time that is for everyone else. I will be doing a workshop composing Disney style music. So this is not like full on orchestral, but this would be a song that like a Disney character would sing. So I'm working with some artists, some singers, some songwriters that have been tapping in on like Disney animation style music. I believe that me and a big songwriter, you might have seen, I posted about it a couple weeks ago, but we have like the next Let It Go, and she's been sending it to some Disney people. So I've just been diving in on that lane in addition to like the trailers and stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I think I'm trying to make sure if I'm done bouncing these stems. I'm going to go ahead and do one more unmastered, just in case, because I think that might be older versions. OSO Sean, Zelo says $75 to sign up as a writer for BMI. Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. 75. Again, I would say go to ASCAP. The pluses for me are it's free for writer and publisher, so I would say register as both. And then also what ASCAP is doing, visibly for the creative community with their workshops and things. And their, um, I just don't see BMI doing as much uh, to help out the creators right now. Maybe they're working on something on the back end, or maybe I'm just more in tune with ASCAP, just from the personal like bias right now. Uh, but yeah, um, just comment the word Disney, and I will send you information to join the Disney workshop tomorrow night. Comment the word epic, and I can send you the replay of the epic cinematic hip hop workshop I did 2 weeks ago. Um, and these workshops that I'm doing, the best way to attend is to join live. Even if you can't be there in person, register live, because that'll be the cheapest way to join. And then the recording for launch week, let's say I do a workshop tomorrow. I hope to have the recording done by like Monday, Tuesday. Then I'll have a couple days of launch sale, and then but the price for the launch sale is double the live attendee price, and then the official price will be 3 times the live. So business is business. So the best way to join these workshops is to join live. And my goal is to do them on Fridays as schedule allows. Sometimes I might have to switch to like a Saturday or something. Our daughter's a senior; she's about to graduate, so we get ready for all that literally in like 2 weeks. Um, so life is life, and Zelo says they gave themselves a 50% raise from 10 to 15%. Very interesting. BMI, yeah, I don't. I don't dive too much into what's going on in the back end of their stuff, but that's like, yeah, if they can just get back to the stuff. And I found out actually today I got some music placed on the latest album by Push Audio, so shout out to Push Audio. Some synthwave tracks on that album. I got, I think, a trailer track on Pitch Hammer last week. I haven't even posted about that. Working on some stuff for NAM. NAM Next will be in Nashville in 2 months. NAM Next is more for, it's not really for the creators, it's more for the executive CEO level workshops and trainings. Damon John will be the keynote speaker out there, so shout out to NAM and the whole NAM fam. Like I said, I was just out in LA last week working on a big project for a big brand, working on some music for them. So making some things happen, and then to come back home, and then today my wife's just like I was literally at work. I think I was like working a meeting or something, and she texted me. She was like BMI, and then I saw the number. I was like, yo, that's insane. And I was telling her, I was like, yo, it's like seeing it happen from diving in on sync and focusing on these things. In addition to other things, I don't only do sync. In fact, most of the musical income of sync is a long-term play. The short-term play has been the composing, theme parks, museums, independent films. Actually, I got to talk to the director. I think I missed it. A film I composed. It's crazy. I composed a film 2 years ago. It was released last year. But this director's been like marketing it like crazy. I want to say it might have been at Cannes, the film festival. But man, I'm trying to keep up with everything. That's the problem with doing too much. It's like 100 different releases, 100 different things. I got a request today. I was debating whether to do it, but I would be up probably another 5-6 hours. It's a trailerization request for a big, like one of the biggest franchises, but it's to trailerize one of the themes from the franchise. And I'm like, I know a lot of people are probably going to go after it, but it's also a big franchise. So even if I don't do it now and I do it, later, I can just add it to the catalog because it's a big franchise. So they'll have more content. There'll be more films and video games and stuff for this franchise. So I'm probably going to miss out on that. Definitely tonight. If I feel like doing it tomorrow, maybe I'll try to tap in tomorrow. But tonight, I got to get these stems together for this library, and then I'm gonna call it a day. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Let me go to, this is called, okay, so that's that. What do I need here? I need the acapella, which actually should be same as vocals. Zelo, Lori says that gotta go. Thank you for the congratulations. That was like a pleasant surprise. I've been hoping and expecting for it to come. It's just like I said, it's just a matter of time from getting into sync and making all these albums for all these libraries. So the next the ultimate the big goal is I want to land like a Disney trailer, like Disney, um, Pixar, Marvel, not just one trailer, of course, multiple trailers, but it starts with one. Zito, I use Logic Pro, so if you use Logic Pro, comment the word bounce, and you can find out about the software that I use, Bounce, Bounce, to automate the bouncing process. Just upgraded to Logic 11, Logic Pro 11 yesterday. I am seeing some glitches on my system. Maybe not everyone's experiencing that, but I am seeing some glitches on my system. So I don't know if that's par for the course, but I've had it crash twice tonight while trying to get these stems out. I might use it for the Disney workshop tomorrow, or I might just open up the previous. I do have the previous version, so I backed up the previous version before updating, which is the smart thing to do. Let me see what else this is. Let me check these stems real quick. Oh, that's the song. Hatchy Beats, thank you for tuning in. I'm going live while I'm finishing up. What was it? Okay. I'm going live while I am bouncing stems for library that I work with. Actually, I thought I did unmastered stems. I gotta find that. A library that I work with. And yeah, so we're about to figure this thing out. And today was BMI statement day, so I got like a bunch of oh, I see, I bounced into the wrong folder. I got the most I ever got from BMI today in the bank. So shout out to BMI. So I bounced it to the wrong folder. If I go by name, there we go. These are unmastered stems. I'm gonna have to rename these. Like I said, this is the part I'm doing that, like the admin, and of course AI is coming in to help. You can get assistance. You can get. I could probably ask my kids to help out, but doing the admin stuff, like coming here, bouncing stems, renaming stuff, making sure it's the right format, uploading it, doing the metadata, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's crazy. But of course, it pays off, as you can see. From getting. Yeah, Zelo says those Q sheets take forever. Yeah, that like man. Like I said, I'm gonna dive in on them. And do my analysis so I can know what is placing, what's happening sort of in my world for sync, and what I should be focusing more in on. And if it's what I expect with the library that I hope it is, I'm definitely going more all in with them. I would love to for them. I can do an album for them in a day. So as long as I have the time to do it, I might even dive in even more with them. So we'll see. I want to replace this _1. There we go. This is 15 tracks. The one I'm doing right now, is that 15? That's 15. Hopefully everything's there because I don't feel like I need to go to sleep. So I should be doing some quality check. But the one I'm doing now, because I don't know exactly what they want, I'm sending them the instrumental, the acapella, the full song, and then I'm also sending the mastered and unmastered stems. And hopefully that's enough, because I got to go to sleep. I usually stay up later than this, but I gotta wake up early. I have a meeting. I've been having meetings like crazy also. So shout out to the team I had. I was working with out in LA last week for this top secret project. Had a meeting with them because this is probably going to be ongoing, life-changing project. Fingers crossed. And then I'm hoping to, man, I'm looking for, I'm going to keep saying this. It's probably not going to happen, but I'll put it out there. Sponsors to get to London for a trailer production camp out there. That's in a few weeks. So, like I said, it's in a few weeks. So it's going to be hard to find people that but man, if I can get out there, that would be insane. So I've been doing, reaching out, outreach. Freddie, thank you for tuning in. And Cares Illustrador, Cares, thank you for tuning in. I might have just messed up your name like crazy, but thank you for tuning in either way. I got to log in here so I can upload these files, and now I'm probably going to end this thing. Yeah, get ready for this Disney workshop tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a sneak peek of what I might do for that. I don't know. We'll see. So if I think I'm going to delete all of this. Let's say trash these files, and I'm going to update the latest ones. But if you have any questions about sync, networking, music business, any of that, please drop them in the comments as I finish up loading these tracks here for this project. Put my name on here. dash Marcus Manderson. I think I usually put the fingers. So I usually put my names on the files that I send also because files get lost in the shuffle. People forget, who produced what, who did what. So in the file name, I at least try to put my name on there so that at least there's some sort of traction or some sort of tag. So this would be which one is this? This is called Juice Boy. Thank you for tuning in, and Tyler, thank you for tuning in, and I am Juice Boy. Thank you for tuning in. Dictator the Leader, thank you for tuning in, and Rex Innovation, thank you for tuning in. I just went live today as I'm trying to finish up bouncing these stems for a library for 2 songs that I'm having placed on the upcoming album. And what's great about this is there's also demo fee. So yeah. But also it's BMI day. I got the largest BMI statement that I've ever seen. So just on the high of that and chasing more of those, in addition to trailers and sync. So yeah, shout out to BMI. I'm Juice Boy. Appreciate it. Comment the word Disney if you are on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, I gotta post a link. It'll be in the description when I post this video. But if you're on Instagram, comment the word Disney for the Disney workshop that I will be hosting tomorrow night, composing Disney music. I don't think I finished that thought. It's going to be composing not like the orchestral stuff, like the Hans Zimmer side, but it's going to be more of the like Let It Go type side of music, creating music, sort of that a character in a Disney film would be singing. So that will be the workshop tomorrow. Comment the word Disney for that. Comment the word Epic to get the replay of the Epic Cinematic Workshop. That launch sale will be ending soon for that. So you want to get that now at the price that it's currently at, and prices will go up. And then I don't know what I will do after tomorrow for the Disney Music Workshop. I have some ideas. Maybe I'll ask people in the workshop what they want to see next. And maybe I'll do another poll this weekend on Instagram to see what you want to do next. But I want to try to do 1 a week of those workshops, production workshops. So we'll see, as schedule allows, of course, because schedule is crazy. I got to go back to box.com. This library that I work with uses box.com. That was called that. This is called this. So I need to find the session for this one. I'm about to end this probably in a few minutes once I find the session for this file. I gotta remember the name of it. So if you have, thank you for the emojis. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Actually, I gotta do another live for also Sync Music Success for that team over there. I think I gotta go live this month, so that'll be like a probably 1 hour YouTube. I think the last one was 2 hours, but however long I feel like going, pause. YouTube for that community. So stay tuned for that. That's just 100% free, where you can come in and ask questions on the YouTube live. So stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned for more episodes of this podcast, Syncrets To Success. I have, this is episode 68. So trying to get to 100 episodes. So as each day passes, I'm doing more in sync, and kind of figure some things out. I got to work on a lot of stuff tomorrow. That's why I got to get to sleep. A lot of music projects that I keep deferring for later. Trailer stuff for libraries, which I'm debating whether I should start something tonight. But after this stuff uploads, I think I'm going to call it a night. Get some sleep and then do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to end this soon. But yeah, the Disney works, and then I got to get ready for the Disney. That's why I really need to go sleep, because I got to do that workshop tomorrow night. If you are, I've been getting some messages about the Disney stop motion. Cat, thank you for tuning in. I've been getting some questions about the Disney workshop. Some people are saying that they won't be able to attend. So if you register, you will get Galea's House of Magic. Thank you for tuning in. If you register for the workshop, for any of these workshops, unless I say otherwise, people who register will have access to the replay. It will be a limited time access, but you'll have access at least for a few days to watch the replay. So if you can't make it live, or you can't stay through the whole thing live, you'll have access to the replay. And then after that, you have to pay for the replay. So yeah, such is life. But Disney's the next one. And then I'll ask people what you want to see after the Disney one. But I really want to tap back into Disney mode. And then maybe I'm debating about trailerization, or maybe doing how to make sample packs. Marcat Music, what's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, I'm debating which way to go. Marquette, I just had to share here. Got the largest BMI statement that I've ever seen. So while I was at work, my wife was like, "Yo, that's crazy." So yeah, grateful to God first of all, and grateful for um, opportunities. So I need to hit share so I can share this with the guy, the library owner. Create a link. I guess create a link, and then I'm gonna text him. Yeah, BMI for the win. Again, BMI, CSAC, ASCAP, whoever you're with. Just make sure that you are registering your songs as you create them, and that you are, um, getting them to the right places. Everything is getting signed up properly. Talk to your libraries. Does your library register your songs with BMI, or do you have to do that? There's some libraries that won't do it, or sync agents or sync reps. They just take the music, they pitch the music, and you have to do all the registration on your end. So you also want to keep track of it. So I have a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, or Doc. I think it's Google Doc, where I have the library name and then like bullet points. They want AIF 24 kilobit, whatever, 40 whatever wave, 48 wave, whatever they want for them. The naming conventions, how to submit to them. So I might have a Google Doc with, and it's in alphabetical order. So it might be A first, and then if I work with a library, it's letter B. So it's in alphabetical order. This is, I don't know if he has, he does. So I'm gonna text him, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So yeah, like I said, thanks to God for these opportunities. Let me see if I skip him that one, and then I gotta get this other link. And then, like I said, I'm gonna have a good night. Kalia's House of Magic, Marquette Music. Also, if you missed it, tune into the Disney workshop tomorrow. It'll be, comment the word Disney. I'll see information. If you're on YouTube, I will drop information in the link in the description where you can check out the Disney workshop. But yeah, really diving in this workshop lane. Try to be more consistent with it. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Try to maybe get a midnight snack. And today was our dog's birthday, so happy birthday to our dog. His name is Ace. So we celebrated his birthday, and he was like going crazy. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, this video, I might leave it up on the page for a little bit, but you're gonna have to go to YouTube to watch the episode. So yeah, jump on over to YouTube. Be safe and be well, everyone. Have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Happy birthday, Ace. Yeah, happy birthday, Ace. I will see you in the next video. All right, peace.